What's going on, everybody? David here, back with another video. So today I want to talk about a video that I put out last week. And in that video last week, I was addressing the fact that there's stimulus check money that will be going out to SSA, SSI, SSDI, veterans beneficiaries, other non-filers, basically their dependent money that was not received because some people got stimulus checks and they didn't actually get their dependent money. And so that's what I want to talk about today. I want to kind of go back and I want to show you the actual clip. So I want to show you the hearing so you can see exactly what transpired in the hearing and how the IRS commissioner put it out there that, yes, we'll be sending out these payments. And so that's what we're talking about today. But first off, on this channel, we talk about personal finance for travelers. If that sounds like something interesting to you, please hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to hit the little bell notification so you can get future updates on my videos. So I'm going to play the video in a minute, but before I do, I want to give you a little bit of background. So back in May, the IRS was asking people, so the non-filers, so people who are making $12,200 or less, or a couple that made $24,400 or less, you do not have to file federal taxes. And so you would be a non-filer. So because if you're a non-filer, you can't claim dependents because you're not filing your taxes. And so the IRS had a non-filer section on their website, and they wanted people to go there, put in their information. If they have dependents, add those dependents. That way they can get the additional $500 per dependent. And so what happened is people did that. They went on, they filled out the information, but they did not receive the $500 per dependent. And so that's why I want to show you this clip, because I want you to see the IRS commissioner talk about this, and then see the IRS commissioner saying that, yes, we will be sending it out and we'll be coming out in July. Now, it's funny because Senator Hassan did not ask him, the question that he answered was not what the senator was asking him. And so she actually pressed him. So there's two parts, because she'll ask him the question, he'll answer, but he doesn't answer the question. And then she pushes him, and then he answers the question. And so we're going to break it up into two clips. So let's go ahead and take a look.
Commissioner, for being here and for all of the work that you and your staff are doing on recovery efforts underway at the IRS. I want to start first by just thanking you for heeding the calls of my committee colleagues and myself to deliver stimulus payments automatically to the millions of Social Security and VA beneficiaries who do not file tax returns. And towards that end, I want to follow up on something that Chairman Grassley asked you about. Unfortunately, many of these beneficiaries missed out on $500 payments for their children because of short deadlines to provide the IRS with dependent information. And the IRS has said that these families will need to wait until 2021 to get their payments. Along with colleagues on this committee, I sent you a letter in April urging you to provide these payments as quickly as possible before 2021. You just referenced in your answer to the chairman that you were considering doing that, but there were some limitations. So could you tell us, please, what specifically you are considering and what specific limitations the IRS is facing with regard to getting these payments to people before 2021?
We have a pool of individuals who used our non-filers portal that should have actually received that additional $500 payment. We had that information. For a limited period, remember that portal was, I'm very proud of the effort of our employees, but we built several airplanes while we were flying.
I understand.
Two other airplanes, and then we had to adjust those as we were monitoring.
Right.
And one of the things we found was we had a gap where it was not picking up those $500 payments, and we had that information. So we are going to be issuing those payments to that pool, and I believe the number is 365,000 individuals, and I believe it's substantially SSA and RRA recipients. So that, I believe, is going to happen sometime around July, by the end of July. That's my understanding, and if that date changes, we'll get back.
So you saw her question, you saw his answer, and she was really focused more on the people who were not able to get into that non-filer website and put in that information. She was focused on those people. He answered about the people who were able to get in. So they had that 48-hour window. They were able to get in there. They were able to put their information in. There's 365,000 people that will be receiving this money per dependent. And so he focused on that, and he gave the timeline of by the end of July, which is good. And then he said if there are any changes, he will let you know. So What I think the IRS will probably do is they'll probably put out a press release saying that this money is on its way, so expect it around this time. That way people will know when it's coming. And if it doesn't happen in July, then I'm sure they'll put a press release out saying that it's been pushed back a little bit. Now, I'm hoping that they're able to get it sooner than later, because we're up against another timeline when it comes to another stimulus package and possible more stimulus checks. So if we get more stimulus checks, or like a second wave of stimulus checks, well, now that might even mess us up even more, or might delay the second stimulus check. So hopefully they can get it done within this month. But that was the first part. Now let me play the second part.
Okay, so
We're sympathetic with these issues, trying to figure out a way to get the money as quickly as possible.
And when can you get us information then to this committee about what that timeline looks like? I mean, we have constituents who need these dollars. They're entitled to them. They're trying to get them. They've been trying to do their best. So when can you give us a timeline of what the windows look like for them and how they might
We
get
will
those $500
not be able to
payments?
issue what I might now refer to as secondary payments for everyone who might have a change in circumstances. Remember, some people were married, some got divorced.
I'm not
and
talking
children.
about that. I'm talking
Those
about,
pools?
Commissioner, hold on. I'm talking about the people, you put up a very short window for people who were non-filers to put in information so that they could get those $500 payments. You now are saying that for the people you missed who did submit information in those 48 hours, you're going to be able to get them out. So now what I'm asking is the people who weren't able to get into that 48-hour window, if they give it to you now, how can they get it before 2021? What's the plan, and when will you share the plan with us?
Let me get back to you. It's not an easy thing for us to accomplish. And can I address the 48-hour window?
Yeah, I understand that it exists, and I have another question, so why don't we
Okay, go
take
ahead.
that offline?
So you saw this portion of the clip started with the timeline. So they were focused on the timeline. And then she went back to that question that she initially asked, as far as the individuals who were not able to get into the portal and put in their information. What does their timeline look like? When are they going to be receiving the stimulus money, the dependent money? And he did not have an answer to that. He's going to have to look into it and get back to her. And so it'll be interesting to see how they roll this out. I'm hoping that within the next couple of weeks, you're going to start seeing people receiving these stimulus checks. But yes, there are still stimulus checks going out to people from the CARES Act. So it's not over yet. I know it's kind of quieted down a lot, and most people are focused on this next stimulus package and a second round of stimulus checks. But people are still waiting for the first round. And some people received their stimulus checks but didn't get the dependent money. So now they'll be receiving that. I want to know what you guys think. What do you guys think about the hearing? Let me know down below. Do you guys think that this money is going to be coming in July? Let me know that down below. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. Please subscribe for more. And remember, people, it's your money. Talk to you later. Bye.